But right now, first at 6, we are staying on top of the water crisis impacting large portions of the city of Atlanta. For 4 days now, we have seen scenes like this playing out, people experiencing service disruptions following water main breaks that have popped up from downtown to midtown. Ron Jones, leading our team coverage tonight, he's joining us live from the water main break where crews are currently working to fix that area near West Peachtree and 11th Street. So, Ron, what can you tell us?
Well, the goal tonight is try to get that water up and running again, try to get it fixed so that residents and business owners can get their lives, they can move forward. And tonight, according to the Atlanta Watershed Commission, that could happen within hours. It could happen tonight where they can get things back on, hopefully. Let me just set the scene for you right now. If you look over my shoulder, you can see there's a lot of crews. They've been working for hours trying to get the water back on. There's not a timeline right now, but take a look at this area that we can show you right now. You can see everything in the red is currently under a boil water advisory. This map has changed a little bit from what we saw around 4 p.m. So the areas that were affected by the downtown break on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard have now been cleared. So right now you have parts of downtown, Old Fourth Ward, and Cabbagetown. They're fixed and stretching a little bit past Candler Road to the east as well. Now our crews are looking at every single angle when it comes to this water main break. We're going to begin with the 11 Alive investigator, Savannah Levins. She's live from City Hall where people got a chance to voice their concerns to city leaders today.
Yeah, that's right. The city council meeting, Ron, has been going on since 1 p.m. and it's still ongoing. Actually, just saw Mayor Andre Dickens leave. He just addressed city council with updates. He just announced they are bringing in the Army Corps of Engineers to address the city's old and crumbling infrastructure system. And I also spoke one-on-one tonight with 2 council members who say it's past due time for an overhaul of the city's old pipes.
This is a apocalypse type thing that we're dealing with.
Atlanta City Council moving today to adjust their agenda and prioritize discussions of recent water main breaks and how the situation might impact the upcoming budget.
As a city council person, chair of the City Utilities Committee, I'm demanding answers. How, why, when, and how can we prevent this from happening again?
Watershed Management attributing the problem to the city's aging pipes. The pipes that burst in Midtown and near downtown were built over 80 years ago. The average life expectancy of failing water mains is about 53 years. Councilmember Antonio Lewis says the recently passed penny sales tax should give the city enough money to fund wide-scale updates. Do you know why this wasn't like a priority to really change the system earlier? Is it a budget thing?
That's why I ran for city council. I thought that they were forgetting about certain things. It's time to fix them.
Do you think that we're being too reactionary right now? Do you think this should have been addressed sooner?
Well, absolutely. I mean, this goes back to the Franklin administration, really.
At-large council member Michael Julian Bond says an overhaul is financially doable. But with a 3,000-mile pipe network in the city, he says it needs to be planned strategically and will likely happen a little at a time.
Given the fact that Atlanta is so old and that some areas of town have such older pipes, you know, we may just have to have an ongoing system of replacement and repair ahead of any type of incident. And that becomes costly, though, because, you know, it's not just replacing a pipe. You have to open up the street, you got to repave the street, you got to, you know, and make those kind of repairs as well. And so we have to take the long view in maintaining our water system.
So again, Mayor Dickens just leaving council chambers just moments ago. He did not take any questions, but we do know June 11th there's going to be a work session, and Councilman Lewis encourages the public to attend and weigh in on next steps.
All right, 11 Alive investigator Savannah Levins, thanks a lot for the update. We're going to bring in Grace King right now to talk about some of the residents you've been speaking with. How are they dealing with all of this, Grace?
Well, some of them have no water at all. Others are stuck with what feels like an indefinite boil water advisory. That's why several fire stations across the city are handing out free cases of bottled water. At Fire Station 15, firefighters loading up cars, carts, and arms of those trying to help.
A couple of my neighbors have had recent surgeries, one hip and one hernia, so they can't walk, they can't get out and get any water or anything like that.
Michael Voth grabbing 2 cases of clean water so he and his neighbors don't have to worry about a series of water main breaks across the city.
It's kind of a pain to have to do all your boiling and everything. We've been doing that for the past 24 hours. And then when we heard about the fire station giving away water, we were very, very happy to hear that.
Richard Satchel says he lost water pressure for a bit.
Couldn't shower, get your toilet to flush, so that was kind of inconvenient, but the pressure's back now.
Even with the pressure back, he's hesitant to use the water at all.
And a lot of people in my building have health issues, so I'm just kind of leery of even boiled water. I just as soon do the bottle. I just feel safer about it.
And Ron, that was Fire Station 15. Fire Station 11 in Atlantic Station is also handing out cases of water. And there's also some pop-up spots like right here next to us by Peachtree Walk condominiums.
Yeah, that's right. So this is one of the water bottles and water cases that they're handing out to residents and business owners as well. Grace, thanks a lot for the update there. So nearby businesses are now out of a lot of money, folks. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars because of the water main break over our shoulder, and they want the city to step up and help them out. So Big Dave's Cheese Steaks downtown sustained thousands of dollars in damage, and they're not going to be able to reopen for weeks now. The owner tells 11 Alive that he's grateful that he has other locations he can send employees to work so they won't lose a paycheck. But many other businesses, those owners here, they don't have that luxury. They don't have that option and may have to let people go. That's why there's a new effort right now to have the city step up and cover some of those costs.
What we're asking for is that as the city is making repairs to water and sewer and pipes, that they also make repairs to the businesses that were harmed due to no negligence of their own.
By the way, Devin Barrington Ward, he's going to be heading up the Black Futurist Fund. He is now asking the Atlanta City Council to create a $5 million relief fund that small business owners could apply for. And he says that it will actually help businesses impacted by the water main break reopen and will provide a cushion if something like this happens again. A lot of folks know it's not if it's going to happen again, but that it probably will happen again. Of course, we're going to send things over right now to Teresa Bowles. She's in the studio right now with a look at what's expected to reopen tomorrow. Teresa?
Well, Ron, we already know big events like Megan Thee Stallion's rescheduled date are back on. She will take the stage at State Farm Arena tonight. I'll be there. And the major tourist attractions like the Georgia Aquarium and the World of Coke reopen, but I have some new announcements for you. First, drivers avoid 10th through 12th Street. The Department of Transportation is diverting traffic as crews finish their work on the water main break at the intersection of 11th and West Peachtree Street, which is still partially closed. Next, Atlanta Public Schools summer programs are on hold. So if you registered your child, a representative for the school system says these programs are postponed until the city's boil water advisory expires. And if you have a child that goes to Bright Horizon Daycare, a spokesperson tells me three of their locations remain closed while crews work to repair the breaks. Parents of those locations have been contacted directly. Also, if water pressure is normal, all Fulton County libraries are expected to reopen tomorrow. The East and West End libraries closed down today because of the low water pressure. The county's other libraries were open. The public health offices are expected to open tomorrow too. 4 of their locations closed today as well. Lastly, a few hospitals have been impacted by the water main breaks. A spokesperson for Northside Midtown says access is limited to the Spring Street entrance. Anyone with appointments there should confirm with their doctor. Grady and Emory have been back to normal operations since Sunday, and Northside Midtown is also operating as normal. So we will continue to watch for closures for you. To stay updated, just head on over to 11alive.com.
Yeah, that's right, Teresa. We're going to stay on top of this as long as it takes to make sure that residents and business owners know exactly what to do moving forward. Thanks a lot. We appreciate that. Jennifer?
All right, Ron, thank you so much. We appreciate all of your work covering this issue that is affecting so many across our city. Thank you. Well, for all of our coverage on the water crisis, text the word water to the number you see here on your screen. We'll send that map to you that shows which areas are under that boil water advisory, a list of water distribution sites, and much more. That's text the word water to 404 885-7600.